The death toll has seen a significant rise all over the world for the past 2 decades. Although the birth rate still exceeds the death rate, the relative percentage has faced a sharp increase. Even though the world has had a fair share of deaths, but the country to face a counter-strike particularly is the USA. Due to this, we share with you our compiled list of the top 10 leading causes of death in the US in 2020. The USA has faced an outbreak of deaths. A number of reasons could add to the cause of the increase, but the main reasons remain the same. In this article, in order to increase awareness and expand your knowledge, we gathered the 10 leading causes of death in the United States. Top 10 Heart diseases. One of the top 10 leading causes of death in the US as of 2020 is heart disease, which is in 10th place on our list. According to reports, it is found that heart disease is one of the real causes of deaths of both genders. However, men are mostly the ones detected with it. Due to extra intake of cholesterol, saturated fats, obesity, and tension, the plaque in the arteries of the heart may develop. In other words, the arteries may choke due to the buildup of plaque. Also, the arteries that constrict the blood flow are subsequently restricted, leading to a heart attack or stroke. Several other problems such as angina, heart failure, and arrhythmias can also arise. It is estimated around 647,457 deaths were reported in 2017, making it 23.5% of the total deaths of the world. Besides how destructive these diseases, you can protect yourself by lowering your intake of fat and cholesterol. Controlling tension can also prevent it. A healthy diet and regular exercise are other preventive measures too. Top 9 Cancer. A tiny mutated cell is a destruction cell as it passes its mutating power to a group of cells that causes tumors. In simple words, most mutated cells die, but if they do not, then they cause cancer. However, our immune system is not quite strong to control the spread of cancer. The risk of cancer patients increases with age. The risk also fluctuates with different carcinogens. Another factor that increases the risk of any individual is their genes. To top it all, gender also plays a role in developing a certain person's cancer. According to the American Cancer Society, around 142,670 lives were taken by lung and bronchus cancer in males and females. Also, 31,620 males died from prostate cancer, whereas 41,760 females died from breast cancer. Top 8 Unintentional injuries. Accidents and other incidences account for almost 169,963 lives. We can say that this makes it to 6% of total deaths in the world. These all include accidents by rush driving, high-speed driving on highways, roads, among others. One car can prevent this by driving slowly in full consciousness and not using mobile phones while driving or engaging in any activities. Focusing on work, preventing drugs, and using seatbelts can also prevent these. Top 7 Chronic lower respiratory disease. Almost taken 201 deaths, respiratory diseases have taken over the list. When airflows are blocked by some condition that developed in the lungs, it causes this disease. The diseases include asthma, emphysema, bronchitis, and many more. Smoking is essentially one of the main causes that increase the risk of developing these. Top 6 Stroke and cerebrovascular diseases. In 6th place of our list of the top 10 leading causes of death in the US in 2020 are stroke and cerebrovascular diseases. This disease is established when the arteries that supply the brain with blood and nutrient gets blocked. The most common diseases in this range are subarachnoid hemorrhage, transient ischemic attack, stroke, and vascular dementia. Around 795,000 people in the USA face this disease every year. Top 5 Alzheimer's Disease. Dementia is a condition that causes reduced cognitive function which seriously affects a person's ability to work. Our damaged nerve cell causes the death of neurons which alters brain activity power. Alzheimer's disease is one type of dementia. In it, neurons alter and that leads to slow processing of the brain, causing difficulty in everyday actions such as walking, moving, swirling, and eating. The end stage of Alzheimer's causes severe bed rest. Later on, an eventual death is followed. According to statistics, 5.8 million people are detected with this disease. Top 4 Diabetes. Everyone is so familiar with this disease. This is because, wherever we look, around 2/4 people are always diabetic. All around the world, the number of diabetic patients is swiftly increasing. But the largest increase and a steep incline is seen in the United States with 55,672 deaths. Diabetes is a disease in which glucose regulation is not controlled. This leads to a high level of it known as hyperglycemia. Prolonged hyperglycemia causes damage to other important parts of the body. The glucose in the body is used to release energy. However, increased glucose stimulates the pancreas to produce a hormone called insulin. At the moment, there are two types of diabetes 1 and 2. People with type I diabetes have no insulin. People with type 2 diabetes have insulin, but the body cells cannot recognize it, so it's of no use. Regular exercise and a controlled lifestyle will help people with diabetes. Various problems like kidney failure, heart diseases, and many others are associated with this disease. Top 3. Influenza and pneumonia. Flu, commonly known as influenza, is highly contagious. It rapidly spreads to nearby breathing bodies. Its occurrence is most likely in cold conditions, winter specifically. There are type A risks for adults, while type B is for children. Type C is very rare. However, pneumonia is the inflammation of the lungs. In other words, it leads to air sacs in the lungs filled with pus. This makes it difficult to transport oxygen. Less oxygen can cause the death of an individual. Top 2. Kidney disease. Accounting for taking 50,633 deaths in the United States of America, kidney diseases are one of the worst. They include diseases like nephritis, nephrotic syndrome, and nephrosis. These diseases lend damage to the body as the kidney loses its ability to filter blood and regulate its concentration. This leads to waste that remains in the body and further develops into more toxic substances. This disease has caused a steeper incline due to clean water shortage, which is one of the main causes of it. Top 1. Suicide. Mental health is extremely essential for every person. Otherwise, it might urge any of them to take irreversible actions such as suicide. At the moment, the rate at which the risk of people thinking about suicide is alarming. The cause of suicide nowadays includes depression and anxiety. Due to this, we should counsel the person who is on the edge of it or force him to see a physician or psychiatrist. Besides looking after him, we should ask him to share and spill out all thoughts and reconsider a second chance at life. Almost 47,173 suicide deaths have been already reported. Suicide is first in our list of the top 10 leading causes of death in the US in 2020. Of all the diseases penned above, some are curable. But the others can be prevented with a good diet, persistent exercise, and excellent mental health. Not only they will expand the tenure of life, but this will make it worth the while.